This is TNC Movie Nights. It's that time again. Time to talk some news. We like to start off the month with some news. And it's been a very eventful last couple weeks in February, start of March. We are having to record this a bit early. Alex is in his normal biome right now, but he will be on the move starting in a week, maybe less. Explain to the people, if you can, a little bit.
Okay, so I right now live in Southern California. That's not going to be the case in like a week and a half. We are going to my mom's, who lives in Tennessee, to finish building out the van, and then we're going to leave from there for our van trip. And so with that, we are getting everything out of the way here and trying to do it as safely and COVID-friendly as possible. So we are still, we're putting in the floor for the van while packing and scheduling our COVID tests just to make sure we don't bring anything over there. And then we are going to drive across the country to Tennessee, and that's where we're going to be for a few months, basically until COVID can chill the hell out. So hopefully it's only a couple of months. And then we'll leave from there on our trip. And so, yeah, unfortunately for you and I, that move kind of conflicts with our scheduling and all that stuff. So we're going to pre-record a couple of episodes just to make sure that we have everything ready to go. That way, if it takes a couple extra days to get out there, something happened, whatever, we're covered. And that way we can still have episodes out. Everything will be okay. And then after not this one, but the next one, we'll be recording from the new setup in Tennessee.
Yeah, it's super exciting. Glad to, it's very exciting to watch and see the journey that'll be happening for Alex over the next couple months now. Yeah, no worries.
Thank you.
We'll definitely go ahead and keep you updated as well to make sure Alex has made it, safe to his destinations. But again, for today, we're going to be talking about some of the news. Not a whole lot, but some kind of exciting news. Little got exciting, and then it was like, oh, sad. Well, the first one we're going to talk about, I know, is something Alex actually messaged me earlier today, got really excited about, and that is Big Hero 6 was apparently rumored to enter the Marvel Universe in the live-action sense. Then, sadly,
Marvel had to ruin it.
A Variety reporter spoke with a source at Marvel Studios, and there are no plans at this time to bring Big Hero 6, Hero, Baymax, or anyone else into the MCU at this time, thanks to a ScreenRant.com article. Check out the full article if you'd like there for the little additional tidbits from there. But it would have been really interesting to finally see a crossover in this sense, rather than just, we've had the TV show talk right now that Daredevil's going to make it into the universe. Then to have like an animated character move into live action would be kind of neat. It really would be.
Maybe we'll get one with Spider-Verse. Maybe. And let's be honest, like the Big Hero 6 thing, that would have been fun. It would have been cool. Marvel's got enough new stuff right now. Mm-hmm. They have enough on their plate, enough new characters. They didn't need a whole nother one. But yeah, it would have been pretty cool to see a live action Baymax just like suiting up next to like Iron Spider, and then like Thor comes down and have a funny like back and forth with the Guardians or something. So yeah, a little disappointing, but totally understandable.
Hear me out. Can we just get a movie of like Groot, Rocket Raccoon, Big Hero 6, Deadpool, Spider-Man, and Spider-Pig? Is that a thing that can happen?
God, that would be great. And then at that point, you either have to make it like so unbelievably rated R, or just make it like rated G.
Yes.
That's it. Make it a kids movie, and Deadpool's in there, but like fully self-aware Deadpool. He's just like, I can't. Why am I here? There's nothing for me here. This is a rated G movie. Or just have it like completely rated R, but Baymax is like rated G the whole time. But then just at the end, when he's all suited up, he's just ripping heads off of people, just like going nuts. Full Deadpool. And like, you could have, oh my god, my mind is doing so much fun things right now. You could have like, the 80s like fashion montage of like, basically when they just straighten the girl's hair, take off her glasses, and put her in better clothes, and you're like, she's so beautiful. Mm-hmm. But do that with Baymax and Deadpool, where it's like them montaging together, and it's Deadpool turning Baymax into like Baypool. And then his get up is he's just a fat Deadpool, and then they just go on a murder spree. Oh, we have too many things to talk about. We can't do this. I'm sorry.
It would be so much fun to see something like that happen. I would just love to see Ryan Reynolds get some sort of like writing privileges at Marvel and just let him kind of go nuts with something, and that would be super fun to see in that world of it. But definitely sad though.
Make a canon.
Yeah. Oh please, you would have to. It's definitely sad though right now for apparently Phase 4 and 5. This is not in the works at the time. Fingers crossed we'll see it later in the future for anything Big Hero 6 to make its way. I personally have actually not seen the movie. Shockingly, I need to check it out. I'll probably watch it next week or two. And so our next story we're talking about, kind of back to back here, trailers.
Yes.
The first one we're going to break down a little bit is the Mortal Kombat trailer. I watched this trailer about 5-6 times now. The first time I watched it, I hated it. I thought it was terrible. I thought it looked so disappointingly bad. After watching it a little bit more, I will say it is a decent trailer. There is a lot of promise to it. I think my main issue is Kano. They clearly don't have it finished yet for his CGI because he uses his laser beam and you can't see it. It's just like face half turned and you see the beam come out this side, and it's this weird little like small beam. I don't know. It looked really bad, I thought. And then I think you see like Reptile in there right at the end during the fatality scene. He looks really bad. Goro, I'll give him, actually looked pretty cool. I thought they did a good job with Goro's makeup there.
I will say, and we talked about this before because a lot of information was learned about the trailer making process with the whole Sonic debacle that happened. Most of the time when you watch a trailer, that's literally the only parts of the movie that are actually finished, if they even are finished. So hopefully it is what you were saying and they're just not done yet, because that would be super lame.
But the movie comes out in a month.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, it's like a month, and I'll double check. I think it's like April 12th, April 16th. Comes out in almost 2 months since the trailer came out. That's not a whole lot of time to edit portions of a movie and then get it to studios and movie theaters and then HBO Max.
Movie might suck. It just might suck.
It might. There are some parts of it, though, I thought looked really good. I think Scorpion. I think Sub-Zero. Raiden, I thought looked pretty cool. As long as they can have a coherent story, Mortal Kombat doesn't need a crazy plot to make us think. Make the action really cool, make the fight scenes awesome, give us some gore, and make a relatively okay story. Give us a C- story, but give us A+ action, gore, and all that stuff.
Yeah. Because I mean, the story of the Mortal Kombat thing is enough. Here's the tournament champion sort of thing. And I'm not like a Mortal Kombat guru or anything like that. I'm not like well versed in the lore, but you kind of don't have to be. Just pick one. Make it who gives a shit. Just give them a reason to all be fighting together. You don't need to Godzilla this, and we don't need like, struggling family issues, and my daughter doesn't really respect me. Who cares? This is Mortal Kombat. Just rip somebody's spine out. Yeah. Which I will say is pretty cool, and I respect the fact that the trailer that at least you showed me was a Red Band trailer, and it is going to be rated R. And not that every movie needs to be rated R. Movies aren't better just because they're rated R. But when you have a whole movie based on a game where you involve like ripping people's limbs off and yanking their spine out of their ass and like stuff like that, maybe that's not the one to pick if you're going for PG-13. It was the same that we saw with, like, you're not going to make a PG-13 Deadpool. You're not going to make a PG-13 Mortal Kombat. You did. Later. But, yeah, it's just, I appreciate the fact that they just went, okay, we might not make as much money, but we can make a better movie.
Yeah. And again, I mean, just make it fun. We're here, like, everyone going to see Mortal Kombat, everyone who's going to watch Mortal Kombat is just wanting to have a good time. So, fingers crossed they can do it. I am excited. Another trailer we're going to talk about today is actually, if you saw our review from last week, yesterday, My Mind Hurts, Time, Justice League. We did a watch-a-thon for it last week. We were both on the movie. Like, neither of us, like, I don't think neither of us definitely didn't love it. I don't think either of us hated it. It really kind of came down to it's so disappointing because it's so close to being a good movie. They just miss on some really crucial parts. The trailer for the Snyder Cut is what we're going to go ahead and discuss a little bit. I am excited. I told Alex like 2 weeks ago when this first came out, I was like, Alex, I am really excited for the Snyder Cut. And he's like, why? Which, understandable. True. Justice League was not very good. The Snyder Cut trailer, though, it really tells me that Snyder himself, at least, is really excited and really going to try in this movie. Will the movie be 4 hours, and if you speed it up, it's really only a 2-hour movie in real time, like for what you need to, because it's already 50% of the speed? Maybe. Is it a 4-hour movie because all the content that they put into this movie had to be explained? And as even Alex said, he's like, oh, that's cool. Cyborg's getting a little backstory this time. We saw him in his like high school football jacket, and hopefully we get to see more of that. We see some Barry Allen, a little bit of backstory. So maybe, hopefully, there's a good like hour of backstory. And you know, as much as it might be dumb, we should have probably just gotten a movie at this point. It's 4 hours. Just give us a 2-hour movie of Cyborg and Flash and just their upbringings and stuff. Then give us a 2-hour Justice League movie. That's probably how it should have happened. But you know, things happen, and
it's really funny. Times. Yeah, it is really funny that we bash Justice League so much for being just an hour and a half of introduction. But in a 2-hour movie, you can't do that. In a 4-hour movie, maybe there's going to be even more introduction. But, God, I don't know, man. I tried to butt that, but that just sounds awful.
Yeah, no,
maybe it'll be better backstory. We'll learn about them and actually care about them. Because they're called characters.
I hate every time you say that so much. It's been a long time.
It's true. I've only said it like 3 times, but it's true. Make me care about this person or thing, or just because I just don't have the time because you haven't made me care. You can't just have a name and a face and then be a crucial character. Gotta know. I gotta know why I like you. I gotta know why I don't. And don't just tell me.
No? Fair.
Yeah, the Snyder Cut does look pretty decent so far. I'm not gonna lie. A little impressed at some points. I'm still nervous because of Zack Snyder's questionable history, especially in the DCEU. I'm still a little nervous because 4-hour movies are really long, and there are like 5 4-hour movies that are classics, and then there's like 500 4-hour movies that you don't even know the names of, and there's a reason.
Yeah. You know, hopefully Snyder Cut can do us some justice. But one of my favorite things of the trailer, honestly, was the Joker. All of us can agree the Joker in Suicide Squad really sucked. However,
yes,
I don't think that's Jared Leto's fault, as much as some people don't care for him as an actor. Fine. I think it was really the writing, because Jared Leto did not go into that audition. He did not go into the movie every day on set and be like, hey guys, this is my makeup. I chose my makeup with the damage tattoo and this weird gangster getup. I'm just doing what I'm told. He looks pretty cool in this movie. He looks like a psychopath. He looks like a really just demented Joker rather than like a gangster Joker. And I really appreciate Zack Snyder taking that route, because that's what we needed. He looks like the Joker now.
He does. And this is, we talked about this little pre-show. If you are going to take some liberties and drastically change up the way a character looks, and I say that, and some DC comic head is probably going to be like, no, in this one he did have tattoos and brass knuckles and whatever, but that's not like the Joker you know. But if you're going to take those liberties and drastically change the way a character looks or acts, you gotta nail it. You gotta hit it out of the park. And they did not before. And so, yeah, it's nice to see just Joker back to his roots. And as much as I can't stand that guy, I won't let that sort of cloud my judgment of his critical acting ability in the Snyder Cut. I'll give credit where credit's due, even to a psychopath. That's not true. I won't do that a lot of the time. But for this case, I will. Because I just don't... like I said, man, I don't want movies to suck. I don't like not liking movies. I want to love every movie. I try to watch every movie, and I hope that I love it. And that's why it's so devastating when they just suck. Because it was like, I wanted to love you, and you just let me down. You disappointed me. You're not even a movie. Get out of my life. I'll leave a box of your stuff out on the porch.
I can really understand. One of the goofy things to me, I think, is this movie is going to give me a lot of thought on Morbius. If Jared Leto is really good as Joker in this one, and it ends, and I'm like, he's only in the movie for 7 minutes. Let's just random number, just pulling that out. But I was like, wow, Jared Leto did a great job this time. I'm going to be excited for Morbius now, because right now I'm kind of just like default, like, I'm going to see it. I'm not excited. I'm not disappointed on it, but I don't know how to feel yet. But if he can knock it out of the park, I'm going to feel really good. And if he's just not good in this movie, it will kind of worry me a little bit. But yeah, we'll have to go ahead and see. There is a little bit more news, though, with the Snyder Cut. And apparently, there is a secret cameo coming. The rumor was at first, which again, apparently this was, apparently they talked to him and he said it's not happening. But actors do throw smoke and mirrors, so something like this still could happen. It's just the actor saying he's not in the movie, but you never know. The Snyder Cut is going to have a secret cameo, and there's some hopes, rumors that it could be Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern, which would be absolutely hilarious. I'll be honest, this movie could blow. This movie for 3 hours and 59 minutes could be one of the worst movies I've ever seen. The last minute you could see Green Lantern come in and it's Ryan Reynolds, and I'd be like, greatest movie ever. So
what? God, what if this movie knocks it out of the park? And what if it is Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern? And then what if they ask him to do another movie? It's not gonna happen. It's not. But God, would that be hilarious if he played the Green Lantern and then for the better part of a decade did nothing but bash the movie as the worst mistake of his career. And then he just does it again. I have so much
funny.
Respect.
I would too. I would love it so much. And there's a lot of different people it could be in the cameo. It could be something as simple as right now, apparently Martian Manhunter is going to be in the movie. For all we know, it would be really...
ruiners of rumors.
Of debunk stuff, yeah. And I will say, like, that one is apparently confirmed. This one is going to be like a secret until we see it. Like their goal is to shock the theaters, so it can't be Martian Manhunter at this point. It could be good or bad. I will say it has to be someone big.
Black Adam Rock.
Oh,
just thought about that,
Alex. I didn't even think about that. I was thinking something more on the lines of a multiverse thing, and it's Flash from the CW show or Arrow from the CW show.
Oh, that would be cool.
Are you caught up on Flash? Are you ever going to watch Flash if you haven't been caught up?
Probably not. I watched so much of it for so long, and then I haven't in years.
Spoiler for the Flash. It does nothing with the plot really, but there's a moment where there's a crossover, and what's his name? What's his name from Justice League?
Who?
Flash, the guy who plays Flash.
Oh, we said his name 400 times, 2 days ago.
It's Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller, thank you, Brandon.
He is in the Flash for part of an episode as the Flash. And they kind of were like, yeah, they're all connected. So if oh my gosh, what is his name? Wow, I cannot think of his name.
The actor who plays the Flash in the show?
Grant Gustin. If he shows up, I'll freak out. That would be the coolest thing ever. I love him. He's the best Flash. He might be, other than Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, he might be the best live action person to ever play a superhero. I absolutely love it. So
there's an episode for you right there. We need to make an episode or a show out of perfect castings because
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool is one. That's a good one though.
I love Grant Gustin.
That's a good one. He's really good as the Flash.
Yeah. So our last story for today, we're going to kind of wrap it up, a little bit of fun, a little bit of jokes and rumors and stuff that the Spider-Man cast has been throwing at us on Twitter. There have been multiple new movie titles, fake movie titles for Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man Homecoming, apparently, sorry, not Homecoming, but there is Spider-Man Homewrecker, Spider-Man Phone Home, and Spider-Man Home Slice were three of the titles released by the cast today to...
Oh, I love it.
I think this is more or less a little bit of a tease that, like, hey, we're going to be giving you a title soon. Keep us in mind. We're still here. We're still making this movie. COVID's weird, but hey, we're still here. Yeah. It was funny. It was really good.
That's awesome.
People were going nuts with it on Twitter and just making up their own Photoshops and stuff for it. So I'm really excited to see what this movie's going to be. That's really all we got out of it, though. Really cool little thing that they did, though, today.
I would love if they just took this to an extreme. They start like someone made like a cross stitch little couch cushion and it said like Spider-Man Home is where the heart is. And there's like an angry mom shaking her finger, Spider-Man Home by dinner. Just go nuts.
You and I need to go do this. I'm gonna go on Photoshop tonight. I'm gonna go make like and it's gonna be like oh my goodness, I had the perfect idea. It's gonna be like Spider-Man all set up like the Motley Crue band.
Yeah. Spider-Man
Home Sweet Home. Like, I love this. This is good. This is really gonna be good.
Oh my god, if they did that.
Oh man,
I'd buy 2 tickets to go see the movie just out of respect.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh god, that's great.
Some people are thinking possibly that we might get a title tonight or maybe this week with this kind of rumor here. So I'm really excited, but that's kind of it for the Spider-Man news. Just want to kind of throw it out there because it was really fun.
That was fun. I like that.
But that is going to wrap it up. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, is there anything that we haven't covered yet that you are excited about, or things we have covered that you're excited about most? Like, is it going to be the Spider-Man title? Is it going to be the Secret Snyder? Is it the cut or the Secret Cameo?
The cut. Yeah. I'm so excited because I think that is the tipping point. That is this DC or is DC done? That's it.
I agree with you. I agree. Yeah. Because other than that, what do you have? You have
Aquaman 2, which people are kind of like, eh.
Maybe Shazam, maybe?
Yeah, Shazam. The first one was really good. Yeah.
But let's be honest. I mean, as much as people said you're not going to start a universe with Iron Man, Shazam, that can't be the only one that works.
Yeah.
It can't be. You can't flop in every newest edition of the movie because, there's some before, like, we can argue about Man of Steel. I liked it. The whatever, the original Wonder Woman was great. Sequel was awful. But like the last standing newest thing, the only good one can't be Shazam if you want the whole universe to survive. Because then it's just going to be Shazam. That's it.
Yeah.
DC flopped, but Shazam is fun, so sometimes they make one on the side.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be, if this does work, if it doesn't work, we'll probably see the Flash movie just be a full-out Flashpoint. We'll see everything reset, everything just cut, and then it's like, we're restarting.
They're going to Days of Future Past us.
Yep, exactly.
Which, what a way to bail yourself out. For DC and Marvel. To just have characters that you're just like, and like, dozens of them. You could just pick one and be like, oh yeah, we can use this one to just open up a multiverse and reset the timeline. And you're like, oh, well, I guess there really are no consequences. Theme of DC, no consequences.
Yeah, you're definitely not wrong. And it has been kind of crushing. If you haven't seen it, go check out the Justice League Watchathon. We were pretty upset with it at times. But I think that's going to do it for us today. We talked a little Big Hero 6 rumor, some Mortal Kombat movie trailer, the Snyder Cut trailer, Joker, and the secret cameo in Justice League, and then these really cool Spider-Man titles that came out today. They were little jokes. But, again, thank you so much for swinging by the show today. It was a lot of fun. Covered a lot of stuff, and we'll see you guys for upcoming things while, Alex is on his trip to Tennessee and then around the world, potentially.
While I pack up, Brandon, why don't you tell the people where they can find us?
Nice. So, the people, you guys, all of you, beautiful lords and ladies, as Manny would say, you can find us at thenerdchambers.com. Real nice, simple, just thenerdchambers.com. Check out all of our stuff there. Have our merch, just like Alex and I are wearing right now. Got these cute little chibis.
Always
Look
got
at these.
the show hoodie.
TNC Movie Nights, baby. We got that. We have all of the shows on there. Commander and You. I know our big brother Eric is working on some more stuff with that show right now. We got Pokemon openings coming out like crazy. This Week in Gaming is now a 5 shows a week show. Little mini shows. Super cool there. Yeah, so a lot of stuff there. And if you just want to follow us on the socials, if you want to hit us up, anything like that, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at TNC Movie Nights. Real nice and simple for you. But again, thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. It's been a crazy ride this last month and a half. But yeah, we'll see you guys for the Mortal Kombat review.
Later.